Hello everybody, my name is Andrew Schlag and I'm excited to share with you about the inside scoop on creative finance. Something I started doing at just 21 years old, and at 22 found a passion for it, buying 50 houses in 52 weeks. So exactly what is creative finance and why should you care? Well, what it is simply getting the seller to agree to terms, whatever you and the seller of a single-family real estate house. You can also use in other strategies. Today, specifically, we're talking about the single-family real estate business. Whatever you and the seller agree to is what the terms are. So commonly, the seller will agree to accept a monthly payment from you, which gives you unlimited growth capability and the seller more money over time, and everybody wins. I'm going to be delving into a lot more of that for you today, and basically what I'm going to be covering is how to find these sellers, how to pre-screen them and make offers and follow up, and how to get these deals closed fast. I want to share with you specifically what I found through these strategies is the ability not only to bypass all the banks and all the normal nonsense you have to go through to buy investment properties. At 21, again, I had almost no money or credit. And when I went to the bank, they essentially laughed me out the door. I had no choice but to get creative, and that is how I blew up my owner financing real estate business. And it bypasses the banks. So if you got credit, it doesn't matter. If you don't have credit, it doesn't matter. No one's checking your credit. It's creative financing, and what you and the seller agreed to is what it is. I commonly buy houses with little to nothing down. So even if you don't have a lot of capital to invest right now, this is a way to massively grow your portfolio. Familiar with house hacking? Well, that's a strategy some have used and done well with. It wasn't something that I had the patience or time for, and it's something that I bypassed by simply not having to go to the banks, not having to get a credit check, not having to get bank loans, and not having to borrow money. I just simply asked the seller the right questions, and they agree to payments, and I agree to make them payments, and we turn around, of course, and cash flow the property in the end. More on that later. So whatever your challenge is, whether it's lack of time, I'm going to show you how I personally still run a business to this day, buying several of these every single month on just a few hours a week. If your challenge is not having the capital, I'm going to show you how I buy houses commonly with as little as $500 to $1,500. And if your challenge is you don't have good credit, I'm going to show you how I buy houses every single month without getting my credit ran or never going to a bank or applying for a loan. So whatever the challenge is, creative financing definitely has a lot of solutions for you. So as I go through today, I'm going to share with you several of the tips that I learned over the years, the questions to ask, which is most important of all, and that is what's going to lead the seller to give you the right answers. You're going to be dealing with a minority of sellers here. Most sellers aren't going to be willing to give us payments. So we get through those quickly and get to the minority of sellers who are willing and in the position to let us do payments. And that's how we build a massive business. That's how I bought 50 houses in 52 weeks at 22, and how you can add to your portfolio. Whether you're looking to get started and get your first deal, this is absolutely an amazing way to do that. If you're already got a thriving real estate investing business and you're doing it the what I would call traditional way, and you're looking to add to that, this is a way to add to that, or even totally replace that. So creative finance is where I have found unlimited growth, wealth, cash flow, and a land of massive opportunity. I am so thrilled to get this opportunity to share it with you. In fact, a few years ago, as my life began to change and I started buying these houses, I had went to the bank and, as I mentioned, basically got laughed out the door. And as time went on, people started coming to me and going, how in the world did a broke 21-year-old here just a couple years later have acquired all these properties and assets and cash flow? It's people begin to see my life change and what I was doing. And that opened the door for me to start sharing with others. As the door began to open and people began to ask me exactly how I'd experienced this success at such a young age, I began to share one by one. And that's led me to the opportunity over the last several years to fly across the country, sharing with others this amazing information that changed my life. And it's also changed the lives of many others. All right, so if you're ready to learn more, go on to the next video.